Hello, how's everybody doing today? Yay. Good morning. How was your weekend? Good. Joya said so. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't realize that my English teacher put up a discussion on like Sunday or something. So I like turned in my discussion late.
Oh no. Well, how long did you have to do it? Was it a long time?
Oh no, like I had checked like on like Wednesday they still hadn't posted anything. And so on Thursday I checked again and then there was still nothing. So I'm assuming it was posted on like Friday or Saturday and I didn't even see it. So it's just like it's whatever. But
And then when was it due?
oh, Sunday.
That's weird. I think they
So I
need to
did it
give
this
you
morning.
I think they
Well, I
need to give
usually
you more
have
notice.
Canvas notifications on, but I guess it never like notified me. Which happens.
Yeah,
I
that's
have it on
weird.
for my app.
Yeah.
My Canvas notifications are always late. Like comes up like an hour or two after someone's changed the due date or something was posted.
That's weird. I
The only
wonder
thing
why.
that's consistent is like the emails. Like I always get the notification that like someone emailed me back or something.
Yeah. Weird. All right. Well, I didn't grade your tests. I'm sure you guys know that, but I will grade them today. That is my goal today. So it shouldn't take me too long. So, I mean, you know how you did on the part that you could control. So, but I go through every question for every person just to see, because sometimes if you've written all your work down on your paper and you've made a rounding error, I can give you credit, right? Or most credit. But if you didn't write it down on your paper and you make a rounding error, you get no credit. So that's why we should write on our scratch paper, right? So that's where we are so far. But I should be able to grade those after this. We're going to get new teams today. I know some of you are sad because you're going to miss your old team, but it's okay. We'll be in our old teams sometimes too, but we're going to start in new teams so we can see people who are in our program of study. So that's my goal. Now, a couple of the teams have a little mix of program of study, so but it'll be all good. I'm sure you guys will all be fine. So one of my students in my 9 o'clock class was leaving for Vegas. So she wasn't driving. So I let her stay on her Zoom call um, as a passenger. So doesn't that sound fun? I mean, to be going to Vegas, right?
I mean, at least she showed up for class.
She did. She was awesome. She was a little worried about tomorrow's class. So since we're starting the unit on probability, we were discussing what's the likelihood that she will make it to class tomorrow. So she's a little uncertain. She thinks that the likelihood might not be real high, but she's hoping. So pretty funny. I just noticed a spelling error. So on something. All right. We're still missing a couple people, but we're going to get started talking about what we're doing today, the changes we're making, and then we'll talk a little bit about your test, and then we'll talk about the new unit that we're going to start. So They were all worth different amounts of points. You'll be able to review the test after I grade them all, but they were all worth different amounts of points. So when you looked at them, like the graphs were worth like 8, some other questions were worth like 4. I'm not sure, you know, the specific multiple choice one, like the one that was observational study or experiment. Is that the one you're thinking of? I'm not sure how much those points were. The entire test was 132 points. Yep, you're right, Haley. And 24 of those were the parts that I have to hand grade, right? So those were the graphs. All right. So, welcome back. Hope you had a great weekend. We're going to start our new unit of probability. We're going to just talk about it today. We're going to really start it on tomorrow. So the tests that you took, I did not grade them yet. What I am doing, and I'll do it as soon as possible after class, I'm hoping to have them graded by, I don't know, 5 or 6 p.m. tonight. So what I do is I have 2 screens. I have one with your work upload and then one with your actual test. And I go through question by question to see what work you showed. So if you showed no work, then, and you missed it, there's nothing I can do, right? You get 0 points for it. But if you showed your work on your paper and you make a rounding error, or I've had students do this already in my 9 o'clock class, is they wrote down the right answer on their paper and they wrote the wrong answer on the test. So like maybe just off by like a number, or like little things like the answer was, you know, whatever the answer was, like 2.5, and they put 2.5 on the test, right? But on their paper, they have 2.5 written there. Then I give them credit for it. Does that make sense? And I write on your paper and stuff like that. So like the 8-point problems with the graphs, if you forget a title, you lose a point, right? Like little things like that tick you down. Some of the questions you didn't have to show on paper, like if it was observational study or experiment, there's nothing you can do on paper, right? But a lot of them you could show your work on the paper. And some people just showed work on those 3 problems, which is totally fine. But just know that if you made a typing error, there's nothing I can do for you. Like it is what it is on the test. So, yeah, so if you didn't upload any work, you get a 0 on the test. So if you didn't upload work at all, I change your grade to a 0, not just minus 24 points. Yeah, because I warned you guys of that. So make sure you do upload your work. So that being said, you have a statistics reflection that's due by tonight. Some of you have already done it, which is totally fine. If you want to wait and do it after you see your test score, that's fine too. I mean, your test score is in there, but it's not your finalized test score, right? So, and you should know how many absences you have. That should be filled out completely. The questions are not optional, right? So make sure you fill them all out. So if you're like, I don't know how many absences I have, you better pull out a calendar and figure it out, right? Because that's your responsibility. You should know exactly how many absences you have. Okay. Okay. Any questions before I talk to you about our new week, our new unit? All right. So today is Mindfulness Monday, right? And we're not going to do an exercise or anything today because I have 2 important things to share, even though it's Mindfulness Monday, which it'll still be helpful to your mindfulness because I think some of you staying calm and being balanced is part of this. So hold on, let me get to the right spot. All right. So registration for spring semester starts today. Did you know that? It starts today, and that's for all current students, which is all of you. So you have priority registration for like a week or 2 weeks before it opens up to people who are not currently enrolled at MCC. So this is your opportunity to get the class that you want at the time you want in the format you want. So don't wait. You don't have to pay yet. You know, they'll tell you when your first payment is due. So there's no penalty for registering. So a lot of you maybe ended up in a class you didn't really want, but you know, you registered late. So no in-person classes still all the way through spring semester. I actually heard all through summer, next summer as well. So next fall will be our first time back. Yeah, it's rough, but it's probably the smartest choice that Maricopa can make so they don't have any bumps in the road where they have to pull people back from campus, right? They have people on campus and they have to go, oh, just kidding, now you're online. So they are trying a few, you know, they still have the certified classes that are on campus, but there's very, very few of them. There's like one or two of them. I know. So a lot of schools are making some bad choices right now, but they're just doing what they think is best. So most classes are going to be in this exact same format. So live online or online on your own time. They may change a few classes if they can to a hybrid where some students will come on some days and then other students will come on other days, but those are going to be few and far between, I have been told. So like I know no math classes are going back face to face. They're all online. So either live online or online. So if you've never used the search on Mesa's website, it's very helpful. I'm going to click on it right now so you can see it. Some of you, you already know what classes you want to take. Here is our Mesa search. And this is the part I want to show you down here at the bottom. Do you see on the left? If you need honors classes, you can search by that. If you need zero textbook cost classes or low cost textbooks, you can click all of those. Those are really nice features, filters that you can use. You can also see that there are some spring classes and some late start, which they call flex start classes in the spring. So if you want that, you can do it. And you can search by only open classes or search by all classes. So great question. What classes do you need? You need to talk to an advisor. So a program advisor is your best bet. They are, let me see if they have a link to it on here. That would be really nice if they had it. Let me look up advisement and see. So you can schedule appointments still. And sorry about that clicking if that's in your ear. It was in my ear. It's a little annoying. And you can schedule an advisement appointment. They're still doing virtual advisement. If you know your program, you can find the pathway map. If you're a nursing student, you need to be specific. Specialized advising. So nursing, athletes, honors, and veterans have a specific part. If you make an appointment, do you see it says field of interest? So if you click on that one, oh, it's going to connect me. We'll see if they actually talk to me. Yeah, so the athletic advisors are very helpful. I don't think it'll let me do it right now, but you can choose by your field of interest, and that's the best way to get the advisement you really need. If you know the exact program you need, you can click directly on that and get that course map. For most of you, you're done with your math unless you're going to be an education major or if you need some stats class. But other than that, most of you are probably done with your math requirements, so you won't take any more math classes. Haley said they helped her a lot for this semester. That's awesome. Haley, did you just go through virtual advisement? Is that what you did? Nice. And did you pick, what are you studying? You're studying video production, right?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
So I just went through, and at first I was looking at the pathway, and then I was like, well, I should probably actually talk to an advisor as well. So they both kind of helped.
Excellent. So perfect. Yes. And the more you can be informed, the fewer classes that will be wasted, you know, that won't count towards your degree, because you want to get out with as few, you know, extra classes as you can, because that just is a waste of money, right? So take a class that fits in a lot of categories. That's a great strategy, right? Okay. So the other thing that I want to remind you of is today is the last day to register to vote, right? So if you're eligible to vote, October 5th is the last day you can register to vote. So make sure you do that if you are eligible. Okay, so your test. That says I'm almost done grading. That's kind of a lie, but I will be done grading today, okay? So you'll get your grade back today. Let's just remind ourselves of a few things. When you come into class, make sure your webcam is on. Make sure we can see you, not just the ceiling or the top of your head. Some of you know that that's directed directly to you because I see a lot of just your eyeballs or the hat or the ceiling fan. Please don't do that. Fix your camera so I can see your faces, okay? Your whole faces. Okay, and then you should be on mute except for when you're sharing. Expectations during class is you're going to be engaged and participating. I will continue randomly calling on students individually to share out. If I call on you and you do not respond, I'm going to kick you out of the class for the day. I will just move you out of the class for the day and you'll be counted as absent. I need you here and I need you participating. If for some reason you have to step away from your computer, that's fine. Just privately chat with me, right? Before you walk away, and I won't call on you, okay? And I won't move you out of the meeting. If you're having tech issues and you end up getting removed from the meeting, I need an email, right? So you need to send me an email. Okay, when you're working with your team, teamwork is going to be really important. I'm changing your teams today. And you need to make sure you fully engage and participate with your team. I'm going to be giving you team leaders. I did it once, but I will be doing it throughout. You're going to have a team leader. That person keeps you on track. That person's going to make a copy of the document and share the link with the team. That person's going to be sharing the screen in the breakout room, and that person's going to be responsible for saving the document as a PDF and submitting that project. So if you're the team leader, we're counting on you a lot. So team contact info. So you guys were on Teams. Hold on, let me find it. You guys were on Teams, and I hope you shared some kind of contact info. If you did not, these are the teams we've had so far. We've had an attendance team. You don't have to write down your own contact information because you know that. This is not something you have to use, but it's available to you. I'll put it in the chat so you can have it, okay? But then today we're going to get our program of study team, and it's going to be a color, and then you're either going to be partner A or partner B. And don't worry about I am on team number because I don't think I gave you team numbers. So on this one. So, but if you want to use this, this is a great thing. I'm going to see if I can put this in the chat. All right, so there's that document in the chat if you want that team contact page. Okay, so your new program of study teams, you'll mostly work with partner A's or partner B's. Then you're going to be in groups of 2 most of the time. So no slacking off or no being absent because your other partner will be all alone, right? And then sometimes the group of 2 will join their group of 4. So I'm going to show you your group of 4. I think I do have one group of 5. Okay. So what I need you to do right now, I'm going to show you your team. I need you to write down what color team you are. Okay. And what number you are. So it'll say like, this person is on green team 1A. So you should write down green 1A. And then you're going to change your name to that. Okay, at the end of your name, you're going to put green 1A or whatever on there. So I'm going to show you your teams now. All right. I'll make it as big as I can. So green team. Green team is a nursing team. You'll notice that there's 5 on that team. So Yamaleth is 1A, Raquel is 2B, Cheyenne is 3A, Caden is 4B, and Victoria is 5A. So you should write down and you should change your name in Zoom right now. You should write, like if you're Yamaleth, you would write Yamaleth, then you would write green 1A. Okay, so I know where you go. Okay, the second team, the orange team, I can't even remember what that team was. What does anyone study on that team? I should have put the program team on there. Antoinette, what are you studying on there? Are you nursing also? Okay, so nursing, this is another nursing team. We have a lot of nursing students in here. So Antoinette, Mariella, Melanie, and Brianna. The yellow team is like my fine arts team. Okay, so that's Jerice, Alyssa, Nathan, and Vanessa. Make sure you write down that you're on the yellow team and write down your number and your letter. And then blue team, Morgan, Jayla, Matthew, and Derek. That is like my criminal justice team, you know, or my legal team, right? I think all 4 of you are interested in that kind of thing. My pink team, Melissa, Gino, Corinne, and Laura. This is kind of a mismatched team. So if you're on this team and you're like, what is happening on this pink team? So, Laura, I think your journalism, is that right?
Yes.
Yeah. And then Corinne, what are you studying? I can't remember. I know I knew it. Is Corinne here? No, maybe Corinne's not here. Gino, were you Gen Studies or did you have a specific one? I can't remember.
Yeah, I just got general studies.
Okay, perfect. And then Melissa.
I'm undecided right now.
Okay, so see, that's kind of my team that's like, maybe undecided, maybe just Gen Studies. So, and I know Laura is journalism, so that's a pretty broad subject. So good. Okay, purple team, Jessica, Frida, Cameron, Jonathan. This is a little bit of a mismatched team, but it's still, you guys are still all related. How come my screen didn't move? Did you? You guys can't see that. Okay, hold on. I don't know why it didn't move. Stupid. It's okay. I'll just do this. And I'll do this. Oh, I guess I didn't stop sharing. One moment. This is important because this is going to be your team. You already knew your first team. This is your second team, and that's going to be through probability. Some days we'll go back to our original team. All right, it's coming back. So we were on purple team and then the red team. The red team has 5 on it as well. And the red team has some sports management, some broadcasting, some marketing, but also video production. So Joya and Haley, I'm going to pair you 2 up a lot for video production. Okay. And then Jose, Mason, and Dylan, your marketing, sports broadcasting, and sports management. So do you see how sports broadcasting kind of fits in with video production, but it also fits in with sports management and marketing. So that's why sometimes you'll be all together, but a lot of times Haley and Joya, you 2 will be partners because it's so much more specific, just video production. Okay. Cameron, what are you studying?
Nutrition. Nutrition science.
Nutrition. Somebody else in there is a nutrition too, and I can't remember. So your team is like nutrition, hygiene, that kind of thing. So, all right. So does everybody have their teams written down? And I see a lot of people have red 3A or, you know, pink 2B and so on there. So make sure you change your name right now. You can go to the participants list and go rename. You can even save it for future meetings if you want, if you never want to do this again. So make sure you change that right now because I need to put you guys in some groups. Anybody not know what one they're on? Dylan, can you change your name, please? All right. So I'm going to stop sharing. I'm going to put you, oh no, I needed to share one more thing. That's okay. I'll put in, hold on one second. I got to put something in the chat for Morgan. All right. I'm also going to, if anybody has Morgan's info, she needs the meeting ID. Okay. So, oh, good. Morgan is here. I'm like, I was feeling bad. And then I chatted to you and it's like, she's not here. So That's fine. You can just leave it. Yamalith, just leave it for now, okay? Okay. We're going to do some would you rathers. Do you remember when we did that at the very beginning of the semester? Yeah, we did that. So you're going to do some would you rathers. I'm going to put it in the chat what you're going to do. Some of the questions are what's one of your favorite movies? Why do you like it? What's your favorite thing to do outdoors? What's one thing you, who's someone you admire? Those kind of things. So I'm going to put this in the chat. These are the people that you need to, these are the questions you're going to go over with your team. Okay. So with your team, you can pull up that doc before you go to your breakout rooms. So take a look at those. I'm going to put you guys in breakout rooms now. Yamalith, what team color are you? Thank you. I'm just going to put you in your teams in just a sec. I just have to rearrange things. Okay, I'm going to open some rooms, but then I have to assign some of you. So go ahead and go to your room and you can say, you can discuss those questions. Sorry, a couple of you, I have to figure out where you go. Red is room 5. Red is room 5. Yellow is 1. Yamalith is green. I have to look at what green is. Green is 3. All right, now you should all be able to join. All right, everybody's returning. Excellent. Okay, so someone volunteer to share something you guys talked about in your rooms.
Dylan likes Pulp Fiction.
Nice. Anyone else a Pulp Fiction fan? Okay, Nathan's right there with you.
It's overrated, Nathan.
You're wrong.
I agree. She's wrong.
Of course, all the men in here would disagree with me.
Cinematic masterpiece.
Quentin
I would
Tarantino is the best. I love him so. Did
He's
you
not
go
the
wrong?
best, but you know, if there was a best, he'd
He's
probably be up
definitely
there.
up there.
Wow, I didn't know Pulp Fiction would cause such hostility. I think I watched it, but most of the time I watched it like this because I don't really like.
The
I
dialogue
don't.
is amazing.
Dialogue's fine, right? Like I can still hear when I'm like this, but I just don't like all of the. I believe there was a lot of shooting in that movie. Am I wrong?
It was a decent amount.
Yeah, so I think I was scarred from that. So, okay, great. Thanks for sharing. What else? Who else wants to share?
Me and Matthew, we like to play the game Among Us.
That's huge now. My kids just said, I need to play. And this was their quote. They said, Mom, even you could play it. I was like,
That's
shouldn't I be insulted by that comment? So, yeah, I'm pretty sure I should. So, yeah, I think we're going to play it at Thanksgiving. Does it seem like a Thanksgiving game? Because we can all play it because we're going to be all over the place. Vanessa, have you played it?
Yeah, I play it too much. I find myself playing for like hours, and I don't play video games. Like I hardly play any, but my cousins got me on it, and I catch myself playing for like 4 hours. So
Yeah, I'm not
it's
sure I
really
have that.
addicting. It's
I'm
super
not,
addicting.
I'm not sure I have that kind of time. And so then I was confused because they were like, it was a video game, but they were on Discord together playing it. And then they get in a video call sometimes, especially when someone dies, so they can like discuss it. I don't really know what's happening.
It's like a murder mystery.
Yeah.
So, and like anyone could be lying. So, like if you're only playing it with your family and you're all talking about it, there's gonna be lying and there's gonna be like arguments after.
Well, we used to play a game when we were all together called Mafia. Have you ever played Mafia?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, and so I think it's like the electronic version of Mafia, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
so, yeah, and I'm terrible at Mafia, so I'm probably going to be terrible at this game.
Well, the thing is, like, there's like at most 3 imposters,
Yeah.
and you have to do these tasks and either figure out who the imposters are and vote them out, or finish your tasks before everyone is killed. And the imposter just basically has to kill everyone and not die. And
It
yeah.
sounds like a very festive game, right? Sounds like something we should definitely play at a holiday.
I feel like we should play it on a class meeting sometime. I feel like that'd be fun. It's a team building activity.
Yeah, I think that's probably a great idea, and we should work that in to text. Type in the chat if you would be up for that. If you vote that would be
There's
a
only
good.
10 people per party, though. You can only do 10 people in a party.
Well, maybe we could have different parties, right? Maybe they could have different
And
ones.
then we could do like breakout rooms, and then everyone mutes when we're doing tasks and stuff, and then everyone that's alive unmutes.
Oh, or maybe we could
discussion.
have teams too, right? Could we be on teams? Like,
it's kind of like there's crewmates and then there's the imposters, and it's mostly crewmates, and then there's like at most 3 imposters. I like playing with 2 because 3 is kind of overpowered.
Okay, now my daughter was just saying when she played, she was the imposter 6 times in a row.
Jesus.
Yeah, that seems bad. That seems bad. I don't know. Okay, so I'm so happy we brought whoever brought up Among Us. Who brought it up? I appreciate, Morgan did. I appreciate that because my kids have been talking about it, and apparently now I know that we should really be playing it in class. We could probably make it mathy somehow, right? We could discuss the probability that I'm winning, which would be very low. Let me say it would be very low.
I mean, you did say you wish we had a fall break, so.
Yeah, I do wish we had a fall break. So it's an option. Okay, I'm going to put you guys back in breakout rooms. Here's more questions for you. The movie one, my last class was not that concerned about discussing movies. Actually, a lot of them said they don't even like movies. They just like series. And I was like, I don't know if we can be friends because I like movies a lot. So, but it's okay. I like series too. I know it's crazy. So there's more questions. I'm going to open your breakout rooms again. You're only going to be in your breakout room for 4 minutes because then we're going to do our exit ticket and go bye-bye. Okay. I know it's such a fun day. We didn't even do math. Don't forget you have reflection due tonight. We're going to do a fun game tomorrow, and it's going to be 2 people on a team. I know I have some groups where I have 3. We'll figure that out. And so don't be absent tomorrow because your partner is going to need you. Okay. Okay. I'm going to open your breakout rooms again. How's your new groups, guys? Yamaleth, Cheyenne, okay?
Yep.
Yay. Hey, did any of you feel like you ran out of time when you were taking the test?
Me. I felt
Yeah.
rushed.
Finish it.
Okay. Caden says no, but everybody else says yes. All right, interesting. Just because I've given the same test face to face, and I never have students run out of time. So it's just weird that it
I
happens.
zoomed through that thing.
Nice, Caden. Awesome. Okay, so we were just talking about.
It was really easy.
Yay! That's awesome. That's terrific. So, so in case you just missed what Caden just said, he just said the test was super easy and he zoomed right through it. So maybe Caden should be everybody's new study partner. I don't know. I'm just saying, right? If you thought this test was too long or too challenging, then change something before we take the probability one, right? So it'll be a similar format. It'll be, you'll have a practice test too. So make sure you think of what strategies can you change. And that's why we're doing your reflection as well, right? Okay, someone tell me something quick to share. And then I'm going to put your exit ticket in the chat too in just a second.
Well, Joya thinks Disneyland's overrated.
Joya, I would tend to agree.
I said I liked Knott's Berry Farm, but see, I'm right. I'm always right.
You're not right.
I'm always right. We had a very long.
No.
Joya and I seem to be on the
Disneyland
same
is
page.
overrated.
You see, we are.
I don't get the people who go like 19 times a year. That's ridiculous to me. How like what is
Exactly.
there that you want to see so often? Like
I feel like it's so much money. That's what I can't get over too.
Called out
That is
Haley.
really expensive.
Yeah, and my kids call it Disney wait because they felt like that's all they did when they were there. I took them there when they were little and they were like, this is terrible. So
Well, I was at Six Flags at New Year's when it was at max capacity, and like rides were up to like 4 to 5 hours of wait. Like the Batman ride there was like 5-6 hour wait in line. Like that's how backed up it was.
yeah, that's insane. I don't know. Well, the other part is I don't really like a lot of people. So I might be problematic when it comes to that anyway, right?
Yeah.
So that's troubling. And a family trip might be fun. My kids keep telling me, why don't we go to Disneyland? And then I remind them of Disney Wait and they remember how much they didn't like it. And then I also say, how about if I just give you $100? If I gave each of my kids $100, I am still way making out, right? I can't even buy their ticket for $100. And my kids would be like, perfect, give me the $100. So I'm just saying, I could use that again, strategy soon. Yeah. So there's your exit ticket. Your exit ticket is pretty quick. Remember, tomorrow we're going to do an activity in pairs. So you need to be here. If you're not going to be here, make sure you let me know so I can make sure your partner isn't all by themselves. I'm going to look into Among Us. I'm going to try playing it and see if we can work it into our curriculum. I'm pretty sure I can. I have that flexibility. And your exit ticket's real simple today. Since you changed teams, I want you to think about what it means to be a good team member and what you can do to be a good team member. Okay? All right. If you have any questions, you can feel free to stay on here. I promise I will get your tests graded today. And then tomorrow we're going to start probability. Happy Monday. Bye, everyone. See you later.
I have a question.
Yeah, Cheyenne.
So on the test, I didn't number the work, if that makes sense, like my scratch work.